Hey kids, Dipstick is in the house. Well, not actually in your house, because, that'd be a little weird and all. And besides, you'd be mad at me because I would eat all your cereal and stuff. Hey, speaking of cereals, one of my favorite things to do when I was a little kid was to get up in the morning, get a big bowl of cereal, and sit down in front of the TV and watch cartoons. Oh man, that was a great time. It was a time that made me happy. It was a time that made me laugh. And oh, it was a time of some yummy goodness in my bowl and in my belly. Hey, speaking of eating and time, that reminds me of what we've been learning about all this month. The book of Genesis. This week we are in chapter 43. Say that with me. 43. Last week we learned that Joseph went from the pit, where his brothers threw him, to the palace. He became second in charge of all of Egypt. And he was responsible for the food. Oh, what a big responsibility. That during the 7 years of bountiful harvest, he would store up all the extra food. So when the 7 years of famine came, everyone would be able to eat. That's a smart guy, I tell you. Don't you think? Well, anyways, during the famine, food was running low, even in Israel. And Jacob, Joseph's father, sent his brothers to Egypt to get food because they were about to starve. I mean, no food, nothing to eat. What are you going to do? Well, Joseph was the only, basically, grocery store around. So Jacob sent his brothers there to Egypt. And guess what? They did not recognize Joseph. It had been years, many years, since they had even seen him. The last time they seen him, they had pulled him out of the pit and sold him as a slave. Well, just like in Joseph's dream, they bowed down to him as they requested food. Well, Joseph gave them food and sent them back with sacks of food. But he said, if you come back another time and you need more food, you better bring your younger brother. Well, that seemed a little odd, but they said, okay. Well, guess what happened? Can you guess? That's right, they ate all their food. And their father sent them back, including the younger brother, Benjamin, to get more food. It's like when your parents go to the grocery store. They buy all kinds of food, they bring it home, and then guess what happens? You eat, and you eat it all. And when you start getting low, you got to go back to the store to get food. That's exactly what happened. Well, Joseph was so happy to see him again. In fact, he laid out a big buffet of food for him, a big party. And he instructed the Egyptians to fill up more sacks with more food to send back to his family. That's right. On their long journey, he was going to load them back up with lots of food. I was thinking, what kind of food do you think he probably sent back? He really did miss his brothers and his father. And he was really heartbroken. But he showed kindness, even as mean as they were, throwing him in a pit and selling him as a slave. He still showed kindness. Now, I'm thinking he probably sent them back some grains, like oats and barley and wheat and corn. Maybe even some dried vegetables and fruit. Speaking of oats and barley and wheat and corn, that's what most of the cereals are made out of. And of course, other ingredients to add in to make it, extra yummy, like some honey or sugar or some fruit flavors. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Now, we've been hearing about all these sweet stories about Joseph and his kindness. It came right on time for his family, don't you think? So, make sure the next time that you're eating a bowl of cereal, you think about Joseph and the kindness that he showed to others that were in need. and I'm gonna go get me another bowl of cereal. Hey, where are my Fruit Loops? Oh no! I'm out of Fruit Loops! Hey Mama, we gotta go to the store and get Fruit Loops!